Hey guys, welcome to Aimlab. This is kind of a new bracket that we're doing. We haven't actually done a format like this before. Um, Basically, what's been going on is we've had a bunch of different players sign up. We had them run through a bunch of different training scenarios. We based them on their score, and then the lowest two scoring players of each round, rounds being built of different scenarios, get knocked out. So now we've come to grand finals. Our final two players, AL96, who is from Calgary, and then we have Tyler 2 from Edmonton as well.
So battle of cities.
Yeah, the Battle of Cities. We have to deal with it in hockey. Now we have to deal with it here.
Welcome to the Battle of Alberta Aimlab.
So AL96 is going to be up first, and the first scenario that we're going to have is grid shot. So grid shot's a really popular format. I'm sure everyone that's done aim training has probably done this scenario.
If you don't know what grid shot is, there's balls that appear on the screen. You got to click on all the balls as fast as you can, and they'll break. Once you shoot one, a new one will appear.
So there's always a set amount of targets on screen. Shoot them down as fast as you can within 1 minute, and basically on your score. So Ale, you are good to start.
All right, Ale told us that he got a crazy score just before this. So
the average player within this gets the holy, my man, look at the flick of the wrist.
You guys heard our nice soothing voices. You guys were not prepared for this kind of gameplay. Look at this.
It's over.
This guy's gonna need a shoulder brace.
Ale showed up today. Haven't heard of this man before, and he just walks in with a warm-up 100,000 point score.
You guys were being soothed to sleep by Dawn's beautiful voice just before this, and now this is the most highest octane, rawest shooting you could ever see in a video game. It's literally
this is just aim training. This ain't even the game.
This is a confined, safe space to just let go as hard as you can. You gotta let that wrist fly.
Hey, you know what? You're worried about power scaling, destroy the planet? This is your safe spot. This is the hyperbolic time chamber.
AL, super focused here. A lot of this comes down to rhythm,
And a score of 93,053 to start. So we do have 4 scenarios to go through. So that's scenario 1 through 4. The 4th one we're going to do as a surprise. So the next scenario that we'll do is Spider Shot 180.
This guy's
so
John.
The way Spider Shot works. So the way Spider Shot works is you have to shoot a target in front of you, and then there will be a target to the side, and you have to flick to it. Now, in Spider Shot 180, you do that, but the next set is behind you. And you're always rotating back to forth.
Yeah, so for anyone who's familiar with games like Valorant or Counter-Strike, the 180 flick is like the craziest thing you can do, right? So this is really kind of training that sense, that kind of spidey sense, if you will, Spider Shot 180, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, wait a minute.
I just wove that joke together like a spider.
Okay, that's enough. Ale, you're gonna go for this round. So this is definitely one of the harder scenarios, in my opinion, for what we've done. We did some pretty easy scenarios at the start of the series, and now we're putting some pretty hard things as we go along.
Mm-hmm. One of the events that's coming up is, a super tough shot with just little balls to click on.
Literally the tiniest target. So there's another neat thing that Aimlab will do for you is that they categorize each of their modes into ultimate, speed, and accuracy. Ultimate, which is a mix of both speed and accuracy. Speed, where the targets are bigger, but you have a small time limit to hit them. Whereas accuracy, you have a large time limit, but the targets are incredibly small. So in ultimate, you get to deal with a bit of both of that.
Yeah, and you got to remember this is a training lab, right? To get you ready for games, like I said earlier, Valorant, Counter-Strike, and it's kind of nerve-wracking going back into the training environment. Live on stream, there's people talking about you, so you got to consider the nerves of the players as well, right?
So we got Ale getting a score of 64,542, which honestly, that's a pretty fair score. That's really good, actually.
Yeah, it's 97% accuracy, man. That ain't nothing to laugh at.
So the third out of the fourth scenario that we have for him will be 6-shot. 6-shot is another flicking scenario. I believe, anyways. Yeah. So kind of similar to grid shot, but the targets are kind of tiny. They're kind of tiny.
If you guys are looking at that preview and you can't see the targets, that's because that's what it's supposed to be like. It's supposed to be just toughy. Not supposed to be.
When you're playing like PUBG, you gotta hit that 200-meter headshot. Yeah, this is what you do.
This ain't your grandpa's grid shot. You know what I mean?
This is serious.
Okay.
So Ale is good to start when he's ready. And this is the last scenario before the surprise one.
If Ale can keep up with his classic grid shot speed, then you guys are definitely.
I'm gonna scream if he does. Oh, zooming in, smart man.
Down sights. So usually, if you're just playing with default settings, you would have a model of a pistol, but you have the choice to turn it off here to kind of hone in your focus a little more.
Yeah, and that's what Ale has done here. Also being smart to actually zoom in to help with the targets being so small, just to get them ever so slightly larger to maximize his score.
Yeah, definitely favoring accuracy over speed here, which is smart considering
and that's going to help him a ton with his score. And 94% accuracy going at, honestly, it may look maybe not the fastest, but this is a fair pace.
He's connecting the dots like it's in a kid's coloring book here.
Oh, true. Word.
True.
So last 5 seconds here. See if Ale's able to get 80,000. 85, 84.
High score. Well done, Ale.
Let's go, champ. So now our second competitor, Tyler 2, will get slight advantage because he'll be able to see the next scenario, but it will also be his starting scenario. So the surprise one and the last one that we have will be
surprise
motion
challenge. Track. Motion track, the surprise challenge of the tournament. Oh man.
So motion track, if we can find it, yeah. So it's the first
motion track.
First one here.
So this seems like they're randomly spawning around, going at different trajectories.
This one works a lot like a like Spider Shot, but instead of having to shoot the second target, you have to track it as it moves. So it's going to be a pretty interesting one.
You shoot the target in the middle, and then you track the second one instead of shooting the second one.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So Ale is good to start when he's ready. And we'll see what kind of monster score he's able to ring out here.
Shout out to Neo in chat. Thanks for spectating. He was one of the fellow competitors that got whooped by Ale.
Yeah, Neo, absolutely young talent. He said, I believe
watch
he was
out for him.
13, and like he's hitting like actually some nutty scores.
Yeah, a true gamer, if I were to say so. Wow, look at how smooth he is with the tracking. AL really showing off his talent.
Ale has come and shown up, not just for flicking, but for his tracking as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason he's one of the finalists, right? It's the way that Tennis Salsa here kind of programmed the different challenges wasn't to just test how fast can you click on targets, what's your reaction time, but also kind of overall skills that an FPS shooter needs, right?
This one in particular is flicking, your actual reaction time. Yeah.
This one in particular is fun when in, let's say, Counter-Strike, an enemy runs in front of you and they don't know you're behind them. Right? You want to... Oh, is that a miss?
He bleeds!
He bleeds. If he can bleed, he can be defeated.
So
great high score.
12,097.
Dang.
Pretty. All right.
He's making it look easy. AL's making it look easy.
Yeah,
It is
AL's making
so
it look
hard
real
to track
easy.
those targets. Yeah, it's so hard to track those targets sometimes, man.
But so AL has now gone through his four challenges, so he's now done here. Now it's going to be up to Tyler 2. So now we're just going to have to wait for things to get set up here for a quick second.
Yeah, Tyler 2 is just going to set up his screen, and we're going to see the opposition make his move. Tyler 2 representing Edmonton versus AL's hometown of Calgary. Who's going to come out on top? What a mystery.
More information on both AL and Tyler 2. They're both Valorant players, and both, as far as I'm aware, exclusively play Valorant. AL, before Valorant, was a CS player. He's super new to specifically the ABFPS community. We've not seen him before. Literally just showed up. Pretty sure AL was part of the Calgary FGC prior. So it's really cool to see FGC players coming over to play FPS.
Interdisciplinary gamers here. All right. So, what's the first challenge for Tyler 2 here?
Since we don't want to let him think about the challenge too much, we're going to start off with motion track again, and then we're going to work our way through.
Motion track. Challenge number 1.
You really love that radio voice.
I love it. It's me here with Tin of Salsa, Ty Sirikun, live. Really excited to bring to you Tyler 2 in motion track. Tyler 2, when you're ready.
Tyler, you're good to start whenever you're ready. If you want, you can also feel free to deafen within Discord. There he goes.
The Battle of Alberta. Yeah, like I said, AL was making this seem very simple. Having a smooth track on a target is pretty hard, especially if you got nerves on you.
Because you're so friggin' hard. I wasn't really thinking about it myself when we were starting the bracket, but like players get really nervous having to actually screen share their aim training, which I didn't really think about. But players were like, "Yeah, this is hard."
If you're used to playing fighting games, right, your nerves might make you push more buttons, but the one-to-one with your shaky hands and your mouse is way more apparent when you're playing shooting games, right, FPS games, because your hand is your aim, right? It's
yeah, you have like and such a tiny target that you always have to be on top of.
So
like
this
we
kind of
see
is
on
really
a 90% or sorry, a 29% accuracy on this, but this is also considering all time spent on and off of the target.
Yeah.
So it's considering how much time in this mode is spent off of the target is actually like pretty fair. So Tyler 2 getting a score of 49,260.
Big.
Which pretty
really well
friggin' close to AL's 51. So next scenario that we'll do
margin.
Is everyone's favorite. We'll do grid shot.
Grid shot. Everyone's favorite. The classic. Grid shot ultimate. This is
so,
like we
Tyler
said.
2, good to start whenever he's ready.
Yep. Bread and butter of Aimlab. This is what people think of when they see Aimlab. Ooh, opting for
now,
the yellow.
If I remember correctly, Tyler 2 had actually set the highest grid shot score during the tournament because we played it in the first round of the event, and we're bringing it back for grants because it's honestly such a fun scenario to watch.
Yeah, super fun to play too. If you guys haven't picked up Aimlab, free on Steam if you're interested too.
Yeah, it's a great resource to help hone your ability to aim. It's a nice, safe environment. You don't have to worry about letting down your teammates or anything like that. You just set yourself in, load it up, watch those targets go burr.
Yeah, man, you got a little brother, little sister who wants to get into some of the computer games. This is a good, safe environment.
This is it.
Practice up, you know. The best part is letting your friends down, says Ty Digital in chat.
Yeah, I think I know that guy.
Recent addition to Ace's team.
So Tyler 2 getting a score of 87,361, which just short of 93.
Yeah, AL's performance was
Ale's hitting it
crazy on
out of the
that.
park.
Tyler 2 definitely better than me, yo.
But we're gonna have to see if Tyler 2 can pick it up with Spider Shot 180.
Spider Shot 180 is tough. Anyone who plays shooters knows that the 180 shot is A, the most impressive, and B, the most lucky shot that you can get. Sometimes you just know there's someone behind you, right? And your whole shoulder blade just retracts backwards or
just
to the side.
pulls all the way back.
Yeah, and this is such a great practicing environment for that because it's the best feeling in shooters. All right, Tyler 2 jumping right into it. He's getting antsy. He wants it bad.
Starting off with actually some pretty quick flicks for Spider Shot 180.
Yeah.
If he keeps up a pace actually like this, how he opened, with, by the way, 100 accuracy so far, hasn't missed anything quite yet.
Yeah,
he might actually be able to take back the score lead.
I think he's hitting the 180s faster than AL did for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
It looks like
absolutely.
Tyler 2 has solved the 180. He knows what flick. He knows how much mouse pad he has. You know, that real estate on your mouse pad, very important in high stress situations.
Yeah, regardless of high sense player, low sense player, you need to be able to use as much of your mouse pad as possible and be comfortable with as much as you can be.
Yeah, like Victor in chat pointed out, there's $50 on the line of this one, man.
Yeah, we so friggin' grateful. I woke up one morning, saw the notification on Twitter, $50 prize pot for first place, 50 bones.
50 big ones, 50 buckaroonies. Oh, nice personal high score.
Oh, let's go.
Great job from Tyler 2. That is such a tough event.
Tyler 2 actually taking it back. Tyler 2 has to hit a pretty decent score in 6 shot to be able to win his own 50 buckaroos.
50 big ones to take to the man and say, these are mine. I earned these.
May the best head clicker win.
Yeah, Tyler 2 really needed that 180 event. And if he can keep up with AL's performance in this one, he's definitely still in the running.
Yeah, no, if he hits a clean score in this, oh man, hitting 6 shot with this crosshair is so tough. So in FPS games, you're generally able to change the crosshair that's in the center of your screen. And having a dot just feels so weird to me, especially when you're just trying to click the thing that's the size of your crosshair.
Personally, this is nonsense to me, but he's killing it.
He's hitting actually such a great friggin' pace.
Yeah, it's personally I like
96% accuracy. I think actually has a higher accuracy than AL did. And if he's able to keep up the pace, I think he might be able to pull this back.
Does the zoom do anything in terms of like how fast you can react?
So generally your zoom will change the sensitivity of how far you have to move, but cognitively it makes it a lot easier just to have a visually larger target. But yeah, Tyler 2 not making his target smaller, making a pretty confident showing.
I didn't, you know what, these guys are good, but I didn't expect them to be that nonchalant about the 6 shot.
So Tyler 2 hitting a 82,722 points, where 6 shot, or not 6 shot, Ale was able to hit 84,206. So just 2,000 over, but the points that matter are the points overall for the entire round.
Overall points.
So we have Tyler 2 with an overall score of 124,307 points. And Ale 96 with 293,098 points.
Holy.
Ale smoking it out of the park. Absolutely crazy.
Fantastic performance.
The mystery task in the event was motion track. Wasn't announced to any of the players. But And Ale hitting a higher score on that than Tyler 2, but just by barely, like 2,000 points. That was
Yeah,
it.
Ale had a lot of composure coming into this. He seemed very relaxed. Just before we got into this, he said, "Oh yeah, I just hit a crazy score in grid shot, so I guess I'm ready." And both me and Dennis also were like, "Dude, how are you just casually knocking it out of the park?"
How are you just hitting like
But
scores like this? Tyler 2
we
in chat.
also, got to give it up to
Being
Tyler
pretty
too.
humble.
Fierce competitor, representing Edmonton, the most noble of pursuits.
Yeah, we had a pretty short showing over here, but I hope everyone that was spectating had a fun time. This isn't something that we normally do with ABFPS, but we do normally run real games, not just aim trainers. If you guys are interested, go ahead and join the ABFPS Discord. We play basically every shooter. You can very likely find someone that plays your game. But right now, that basically wraps it up for the two of us. Ale 96 winning himself a whole 50 buckaroos. So GG's to everyone. I really appreciate everyone that actually came out to this event. I wasn't expecting a turnout quite like this. I know it was pretty small, but for kind of a silly bracket, it was pretty good. So I'm quite happy about that.
Yeah, it was really fun, and the environment of all the competitors in our voice chat was really fun and positive. Everyone was cheering each other on. So I look forward to more events, and check out the Alberta FPS Discord if you guys are interested.
Yeah, link I'll send in chat. Hopefully Nightbot doesn't yell at me. We'll see.
Yeah, I'll send that one.
Oh, okay. God bless.
But we're gonna wrap up for Aimlab. Thank you guys so much. We had a blast.
Yeah, much appreciated.
And we are gonna throw it to some closing ceremonies with the co-founders of ASA, the big guys on campus.